Rick would have to record. I have
It
no.
is recording.
Okay, for our international friends, in the United States, today is an important day, D-Day. In the lifetime of those Americans over 82 years of age, there have been three awful dates in their history. December 7th, 1941, September 11th, 2001, and January 6th, 2021. In each case, the way of life of the United States was under attack. And although we rallied to each, the scars are still there. In the same time frame, one day stands out as a symbol of the unity of the American nation, June 6, 1944. On that day, I always referred to as D-Day. The greatness of this nation was apparent. The working patriotism of business and labor manufactured endless supplies of equipment, weapons, planes, and ships for an invasion. The great wartime leadership of a Democrat, Franklin D. Roosevelt, guided our strategy, and the tactical leadership of a later Republican president, Dwight D. Eisenhower, made the biggest naval operation in history a great success. As an aside, per the New York Yankee great and a personal muse of mine, Lawrence Peter Berra, aka Yogi, watched the whole operation from aboard a naval ship and might have said, "Hey, Hitler, it ain't over till it's over." At no time in our nation's history had such unity and purpose been on display. One can only hope that we can one day soon return to that same American spirit. Then some older ones, and one more relating to the country. Lucky, not proud. I'm not proud to be an American. Being American is not an accomplishment of mine. I didn't fight for its independence. I didn't even choose to come here. My grandparents did. I will be forever grateful to them for their courage in coming here. I'm very lucky to be born an American. I could have starved to death in Biafra, been butchered in Cambodia, gassed in Auschwitz, sent to a gulag in Russia, bombed in Hiroshima, slaughtered in the Congo, drowned in Indonesia, blown up in Jerusalem, or enslaved in the Sudan. Instead, I was born in the United States of America and get to sit here and muse. I'm truly lucky, as are my co-citizens. Shouldn't we do whatever we can to ensure that we don't have to be lucky, not to be starved, butchered, bombed, enslaved, drowned, blown up, or enslaved? Or is it sufficient just to be jingoistic and to be proud of something we neither earned or even deserved? Then I'll go back to some older ones before retiring to my pneumonia bed. This I wrote in 2009. If you had told me 45 years ago, June 3rd, 1964, when I was working on Wall Street and getting ready to move to the Tony Riverdale section of New York City, that today I'd be recovering from a minor motorcycle accident. I didn't read then, ever planned to. Sustained rotting from my 225-year-old barn home. I was a lifetime apartment dweller and planned to remain as such, in a place I'd never heard of, Jefferson Valley, New York. I was to a college that didn't exist as such, Monroe College. And I'd been married for 30 years to a woman that I had never met. And I'd be a poet. I'd have said you were crazy. Now I wonder if it's me. And then this is another one that takes us back to politics. It all depends who wins. Werner von Braun was a Nazi. He designed rockets for the bad guys. The bad guys lost. He came over and designed a rocket for the good guys. And Kurt Jürgen played him in the movie. Chuck Yeager relates emptying his guns on German civilians as he flew home from missions. He thought, we better win this war or we're in deep trouble. Saul of Tarsus held the coast for those who stoned St. Stephen to death. Then he headed out to Damascus, changed to the winning side, and became St. Paul. David Horowitz was a left-wing loony who worked with SDS. David Brock was a right-wing loony who tried to destroy Hillary Clinton. They each saw the light and switched sides. Would you trust either one? It seems that the only team worth being on is the winning one. And then we'll just do one more. maybe even two. Damned if I know. I find myself ending more than one poem with the words damned if I know. Upon reflection, I realize how many facts that I know and how little I really understand about the things that matter. I know who played third base for the 1927, 1939, and 1949 Yankees, who developed the first spreadsheet, who played Matt Dillon on the radio, who helped the New York Knicks single game scoring record before Bernard King, what the first graphic browser was, who wrote Sincerely, who played the leprechaun in the original Finian's Rainbow, and who replaced Clyde McFadden as the lead singer of the Dominoes. Yet I cannot say for sure if there really is a God, whether or not there is an afterlife, whether there will ever be true peace in the world, and really what has been the purpose of my life. So I know a lot and understand very little. Thank you for putting up with me, and I will shortly retire to bed to try to sleep this pneumonia off.